So, sometime around the early 60s, Willis O'Brien, best known for King Kong, tried to revive the character for a new generation with the Frankenstein monster and sold the outline to producer John Beck, who decided to backstab him by selling the idea to Toho. They accepted the idea, but decided to change Frankenstein's monster with Godzilla. What came out of the deal, you might ask? 1962's King Kong vs. Godzilla, the third installment for both franchises. So, CEO of the fictional Pacific Pharmaceuticals, Mr. Tako, played by Ichiro Arishima, is pretty pissed off about the ratings that his TV show has been sponsoring. And so, when he hears about a giant monster discovered on Faro Island, he gets excited, planning to use the monster for publicity. Meanwhile, the American submarine Seahawk accidentally crashed into the iceberg. It may not seem like a problem now, except when you realize that's the same iceberg that Godzilla was trapped in 1955. Godzilla, once again played by Haruo Nakajima, frees himself and journeys southward, attacking a military base. Meanwhile, Takao sends out two of his men, Osamu Sakurai, played by Tatao Takashima, and Kinzaburo Furu, played by Yu Finji. But anyway, a giant octopus attacks the island in search of ferrolactin juice, only for King Kong, played by Soichi Hirose, to send him packing. He drinks a few jugs of ferrolactin juice, incapacitating him. The two men then use this time to get Kong on a cargo and ship it back to Japan. When Godzilla and King Kong make landfall, they almost immediately start attacking each other and use their most famous capabilities. Kong throwing rocks, Godzilla firing his atomic breath. Godzilla wins, and Kong retreats. That night, the military sets up a trap for Godzilla, including a large hole and some explosives. Godzilla falls in, but survives the attack. So, they next string up a power line with 1,000,000 volts instead of 50,000 like in the original. Godzilla is stunned and leaves, but King Kong easily breaks through it and rampages through the city. He kidnaps Osamu's sister, Fumiko, played by Mie Hama, and takes her to a diet building before scaling it. However, Kong is incapacitated with the tribal music he hears on Fire Island and the ferrolactin juice. Kong falls asleep, and Osamu saves his sister. The military then ties balloons around Kong and send him for Mount Fuji. The next morning, they arrive at Mount Fuji, and the balloons drop Kong. And at 86 minutes in, or close to that time frame, Kong slides down the mountain, taking Godzilla with him. A lot of funny moments happen through the series because, well, this was aimed towards a younger audience. But anyway, here are some of my favorite ones. Kong grabbing hold of Godzilla's tail. Kong getting pissed out about Godzilla ruining his hairdo. I'm not gonna lie, that one's pretty funny. Godzilla drop kicking Kong. Kong being revived by lightning. Shoving a tree down Godzilla's throat. And finally, wrecking a Tommy Castle before falling into the water. Kong surfaces and eventually swims away, but the military survises that Godzilla still may be around somewhere. So overall, I'd say the monster effects are awesome, once again dubbed by Eiji Tsuburaya, and surprisingly, the human setting is actually pretty cool too. We even get a few cast members that would or have appeared in some Godzilla movies. Overall, I rate this movie a 9 out of 10.